So the clan siege is now in game. We're currently in the prep phase, and this may be a little bit of a controversial opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think about all of this as well. I honestly don't think clan siege is going to be as bad of a time requirement as what I initially expected, and really whatever I was expecting as well. That's the biggest thing I've been seeing over the past few days or even week is, oh my goodness, raid's going to take an insane amount of time. And it already does. They definitely need to add some ways to speed things up. But let's think about this. So with clan siege, the way you would communicate is in-game chat. In-game chat, it's horrible. So then it's moving to Discord. So if your clan uses Discord, this is where they're going to be communicating this stuff. But if they don't, well, you're just going to throw your stuff in here, which honestly, I got a feeling most clans are going to get to the point where they're just throwing stuff in here. And eventually it's going to be, okay, these players go to this area. You're going to set your defense. You're going to use your team presets from the previous sieges. And it's going to be a pretty quick setup. For the attacks, you're going to attack what you can, and the only real time requirements come from the clan leaders and clan deputies. Now, there are some levels of strategy. There's quite a bit of depth to this, I believe, but for most players, it's going to be a thing where you come in here and just set your stuff and you're fine, because honestly, the rewards from this are not that great. So I want to talk about the rewards. The rewards you're going to get, you're always going to get these top pieces. These top pieces are going to change based on your tier. Tier 1, get some epic stuff. Tier 2, legendary. Tier 3 is 6-star epic. Tier 5 is 5-star mythical. Personally, I think 5-star mythical should be below definitely the legendary, possibly the 6-star pieces. But personally, I would rather have 6-star legendary at tier 5 than 5-star mythical. That could just be me though. But either way, as you get higher and higher, you're going to get better rewards from these top rewards. Now, this K, I don't think should be there, because if you come in here to the little I button, you can read all the information, but essentially you're getting like 1,250 points for destroying the fortress, the stronghold essentially. So if you're getting 1,250 points from that, 1,000 with a K means 1,000,000, right? So that would mean you need 1,000,000 points. It's impossible. You can't get 1,000,000 points. It's literally impossible. And the reason why I believe that's incorrect is because if you keep scrolling, you can see this clan has 2,100 points. They got the first reward. It's not going to be that difficult to get. So you're going to be able to relatively consistently get these rewards. Now, the part that's not going to be consistent is this victory chest. And this is where things get especially disheartening. That's because these rewards not great. They're going to get better. These ones not great. They'll get better. This not great. It'll probably get better. This, what is this? Why are 3 primal quartz even there? All that's going to do is make my primal quartz storage look even worse. So instead of now having like 90 primal quartz, I'm going to have 93. Why? It takes 100 to make 1 primal shard. Like, look at this. In case you didn't know this, why would I want 3? Now instead of 5, I got 8. I got 8 primal quartz. That is awful. I don't want to even see that in my inventory, honestly. But what's even worse than that is the 1 Lamasu fragment. This avatar is pretty cool, though. I will give it to him there. That looks like Thrall in a way, but it's pretty cool. Now, either way, this 1 Lamasu fragment's horrible. Now, as you continue higher tiers in the clan, you're going to get the victory chest. Now, as you're moving up into the higher tiers of the clan siege, you're going to get better victory chests. So maybe this goes up to like 10 Lamasu fragments on a victory, but I kind of doubt it. So let's do some math here real fast. Let me close this calculator with my previous math, and let's see how this would work out. So this clan siege stuff is happening every 2 weeks, essentially. So if there's 52 weeks in a year, you're going to be looking at about 26 clan siege fights per year. Say your clan gets a 50% win rate, which eventually it'll probably work out to about there. So we divide that by 26 by 2. So now we have 13 times that your clan wins over the course of a year. Let's say that you're only getting 1 fragment each. It's going to take you a very, very long time at a 50% win rate to actually get this champion. But let's say Plarium is a little bit more generous. Anything is more generous than this. And they give you 4 fragments each time you win. 4 fragments each time is going to give you, over the course of a year, 52 fragments. So now we're still missing 48 fragments, which means you're going to need the entire year plus about, 10 months or so, 10 or 11 months, somewhere around there, maybe even 9. But that's irrelevant. You're going to have to wait a year and say 6 months at the least if you're getting 4 fragments each time you win and you're winning 50% of the time to get Lamasu. Lamasu's good right now. But Plarium is releasing new champs every single month, and not just 1 or 2, a lot. So Lammasu is good at the moment, but with power creep, all that kind of stuff, is a champion like Lammasu going to be that good? Honestly, I have no clue. Maybe not. Maybe she's just pushed to the back, not even cared about, and forgotten about. Maybe Raid's not even around. Who knows what's going to happen? But this is awful. They need to make the drop rates for her significantly better. So essentially what I'm trying to say is that Clan Siege, on just first look here, we haven't gotten to the battles, nothing like that, but the prep phase, okay? It's going to take a little bit of strategizing. It's going to take some work. But all this work you're doing for a champion who it's going to take a very long time to get, you're doing it for a chance at a few extra pieces. That's going to take a while to get. You're doing all this for pretty low rewards. And even at tier 6, it's only one piece each time you clear one of these milestones. Now, you do get that whether you win or lose, doesn't matter. You do get these pieces, which is great. Now, with that said, this set is very good. This set is like a protection, stone skin, things like that, where it has a 9-piece set bonus. So at 4-piece, it's going to be block debuffs, buff for 2 turns, so essentially an immunity set at the beginning of each round, and then a 50% chance to prevent the placement of sheep debuffs by the polymorph blessing, which is still quite a bit of RNG. I want to know how this actually works though, because if you're saying, say you're using Ramen 2, you're stripping everybody and placing debuffs. Is the 6-star sheep blessing going to say, okay, we have champion number 1 placing sheep, we block that. Champion number 2 places sheep, is it going to re-roll it? Or do you just block it flat out? I assume it's going to re-roll it, but if that's the case, you still are going to get sheeped pretty often. However, the 9-piece could be pretty cool for like things like Hydra, for example. This could be an excellent set for a champion like Necmo. Throw him into a 9-piece feral set, and now you're going to have the decreased speed plus leech plus decreased attack placed on everybody. So that means your team's going to be doing 15% more damage. It's kind of like a reverse protection set. So now instead of buffs boosting your damage, debuffs are going to boost your damage, which is pretty awesome, especially if you have a champion like Lydia, who's there just to boost your damage anyways, with a decreased defense in the weekend. Well, now she's going to be boosting it by an additional 10%. So it's like a half version of weekend, which is pretty awesome. I do like that, but it's just getting that 9-piece set. That may not be super difficult. And considering champions like Lydia, champions like Necmo, your debuff champions can very much benefit from accuracy and speed. That's awesome. So how it's going to work is like 1, 2, 3 is going to give you the accuracy and speed. Then 5 is going to give you accuracy or speed. And then 7, 8, and 9. So the 4-piece, 6-piece, and 9-piece aren't going to give you the stat bonuses, but everything else will. So in a way, it's basically like 3 perception sets on your champion. Perception gives 40 accuracy and 5% speed. So it's like having 3 perception sets plus the accessories at the bottom to give you a little bit extra. So it's a great set. It's a very solid set, honestly. I don't know if it's going to be the answer we're looking for polymorph. Honestly, don't think it will be, but it is a good set. Now, the good thing about this whole stuff is that we have plenty of time for the prep phase. The prep phase is, 12 days, I believe it is. So it's going to be quite a while to actually prep your teams, which is not a problem. The requirements for the buildings, or like the special situations here, are awesome. So essentially what's happening here is the posts, you come in here, you can see all conditions. The posts are where things could get a little bit more complicated. So each post could have specific requirements set to it. Now that alone isn't super complicated, but this does bring the question, somebody like me, who has no Taras Marichka, does not want to lock this to Bannerlords only. But somebody in the clan who has Taras Marichka, or even double Taras, double Marichka, yeah, throw those champions in here. It's going to be a nightmare for any enemy trying to fight this, and you're going to do good. You're essentially, if you throw the post right here, you're essentially blocking people from getting to this defense tower very easily. If you block this post and say like, this post, this post, this post, it's going to be very difficult to get over to this magic tower at all. And your whole side over there is practically blocked off as far as I can tell. So if you can set some very strong protection and defense in these areas, then you're going to basically be set. But as a clan leader, you got to know who in your clan has the best skinwalkers. Because if you don't, then you may be assigning people wrong. People may do stuff wrong. But if you're a clan who doesn't really care, just come in here and do what's best for you, right? A lot of these teams are probably going to be stone skin heavy, especially the Bannerlord stuff. I mean, throw in res champions, throw in Marichka, and it's going to be a nuisance for anybody trying to attack it who doesn't have Taras, essentially. Now, these are going to change between different clan sieges, which is awesome. I like the creativity there, the different stuff it brings. And then as a clan leader, not only can you see the conditions, but you can also start assigning the bonuses. So let's see right here, we have the I can't actually do the bonuses for some reason. What is that? Maybe this is, okay, so the bonuses are on the other buildings. The post is specifically for these, the conditions. But with the conditions, you have to spend the mana orbs to actually do this. Now, I think any player can select the conditions, but only the clan leaders and deputies can select this. Now, that begs another question. Do you donate your mana orbs to your clan so they can start assigning these bonuses? Or do you have the posts be specific conditions? I like the layer of depth this adds. I like the thinking that is there, but it's going to add some time for the clan leaders and deputies. Everybody else, not really that much you have to worry about. I really don't think it's going to be that significant of a time investment, a time increase from what we already have. Now, I do want to say that I think Raid 100% is requiring too much time. If you compare how much time this requires versus how much time, dungeon farming requires overnight, hours on end, it is not even comparable. But stacked up, it's a little bit much, right? Now, conditions of special battle restrictions that apply to the post. Conditions apply both to attacker and defender. That is key. If it didn't apply to the defender, it's useless. Only the clan member who has a defense team and a post can set, remove, or change a condition. Okay, so this is a point where now you're essentially, okay, do we have a clan members donate the mana orbs, or do we have the clan members have these specific conditions done? Because right now, if I had, say, so we have 29, so say you have 30 members in your clan. You have 30 members in your clan, each with 250 mana orbs right now. That's 7,500. Divide this by 675, which is how much it costs to actually assign a bonus. Well, now you're going to have the ability to give 11 different areas bonuses. But there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we could give bonuses everywhere. Or we could be like, okay, this mana shrine could be very well protected. We could have a very strong defense there. That's probably not a very strong defense. We need a little more communication apparently. But you could have a very strong defense blocking one of these towers and then not have to worry about the tower necessarily. Not no bonus on that tower until we get more mana orbs. There's a lot of different strategies that could go into this. I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool and a lot of potential fun. So if you're into theory craft, it's gonna take you a lot of time. You're gonna be into one of two camps with this. You're gonna be into the players who don't really care, you're throwing your stuff, it's gonna be good. Or you're gonna be into the players where you're meticulously going through, okay, this player on his account, Axeman, he has a very well-built Wukong who would do very well in a Skinwalker's team in this post. So we need to get him to set his Skinwalker's team over there. Now he has the ability to set up 2 defenses. So do we dedicate him to the Skinwalkers plus this other one? Oh wait, no. Ares has this really good team over there, or Velocio has this really good champion, this setup over here. Yeah, there's a lot of complexities that could go into it. Or you could say, all right, well, the week reset. Let me go ahead and throw my defense up here. There we go. Let's see what we're going to do. We're going to do the post. We're not even going to use no bonus. We're just going to throw everything in here like this. Set it. There we go. We're done. Don't worry, guys. I can remove this. Not a problem. So there we go. It is removed. I need my thing back. There we go. Thank you. I was a little bit worried for a second there. There you go. So you set it. You remove it. No problem. But basically, this stuff, I think ultimately, for the rewards, I mean, it's not great rewards at all, but you got to do it to get to the higher tiers. The higher tiers, you're going to get better and better stuff. I think in general, this is a net positive. I like the game mode. I do want to see this increased significantly though. Lamasu fragments need to be increased so much. If this increases to like say 10 or more on the tier 6, that's great because you only need to, you get her and then you're done. You don't get more of her. So if players get her in 3 months at the top tier, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, I don't think. 2100, tier 6. If tier 6 gets her in like 3 months, tier 5, 4, 3, say 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, at a 50% win rate, that's not bad. That's reasonable. I don't want it to be, it doesn't need to be instant, but a year and a half at 50% win rate, that's a little ridiculous, honestly. It is quite ridiculous. But guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are on this whole clan siege stuff. I'm also going to claim my clan boss chest because I would love to get that new lizardman tomorrow. If I can get a sacred shard, that'd be pretty sweet. awesome new Lizardman champion. I got a video come out tomorrow about him. But guys, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys. I want to hear what you have to say about the Clan Siege stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next one.